what's up YouTube? It's another Real Talk Wednesday, and I'm so excited to be here. And Real Talk Wednesday is a little more laid back, you know what I mean? And that's the vibe that I want to let off. It's real smooth. And what I want to talk about, what the Holy Spirit gave me to give to you, is no longer needing validation. I think that I feel like it's so important in today's society to understand that you no longer need validation from man. And I struggle with that tremendously, is that I was in a place where as people left my life and their season was up, I felt like I was there to pick up the broken pieces. I was there to figure out like what's next for me to do, and what's next for you to do is to continue to do what God has called you to do. And I felt like I don't have their reassurance. I don't have. I'm not affirmed. I mean, I'm not receiving that validation. You know what I mean? I'm not receiving those phone calls, those text messages, those pat on the backs, those handshakes anymore. How do I progress? How do I move forward? And the Holy Spirit told me, you no longer need validation, Vanille. You don't need that in your life, but you do need confirmation. And we walk by the Spirit so we won't fulfill the lust of the flesh. And as we are walking by the Spirit, as we are living by the Spirit, because that's our motto, you know what I mean? The Holy Spirit will begin to confirm whatever it is that God is telling us to do in our lives. And so if God is confirming whatever it is that He has called us to do, what are we needing validation for? And I feel in my heart that validation is for people who are struggling with low self-esteem. If you have low self-esteem, then you need validation from people. You need validation from man. And I'm not by any means saying that a pat on the back and someone telling you that you did a good job is a bad thing. But I'm saying if those things are turning into something that you need in order to feel a hole inside of you, we have a problem, because it's never going to be enough. What do you mean? Even when I was ministering at churches, doing videos, I needed comments, views, likes, shares, all these different things in order for me to feel good for a moment. And if I didn't receive the level of support that I thought I should have received, then I didn't feel good about myself. Even when I was in high school, I struggled with this a lot, is that I felt like if I wasn't dancing, if I wasn't pop locking, then no one cared about me. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that I was doing was crying out for help. And 100% of the time when I was dancing, it was not necessarily me wanting to dance. It was for me wanting attention, me crying out, because I never really received it at home from my father. So some of the times what we're struggling with is not necessarily issue that just all of a sudden just popped up. Is something that has been there since childhood. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like a lot of the things that we deal with are new. And so you have to continue to walk by the Spirit, live by the Spirit, what God is telling you to do, so you won't constantly need that validation from man to fill some hole in you. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to talk to you about. But you do need confirmation. And as you walk by the Spirit, as you live by the Spirit, God will begin to confirm whatever it is that you are called to do. It don't always think that it's necessarily for you to be in ministry. Everybody is not meant to be in ministry. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is we all have a ministry. Our ministry could be making sure that, and let me make sure I clarify that. Ministry, I mean doing something in the church. You know what I'm saying? But we all have God in us, not necessarily you being an usher, you being a pastor, or you doing this or you doing that, or you being a singer, a dancer, or a minister of music. I'm saying you may be good at smiling at people at Walmart. That's a ministry. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily mean you have to do something in the church. You know what I'm saying? You could bless somebody by just cleaning their teeth, or being a nurse, or making Whoppers good at Burger King. You know what I'm saying? And making sure that someone is good and full. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that you're taking care of somebody's food. You being a chef, that's your ministry. Putting a smile on people's face. Make sure that they have that nourishment that they are being nourished, you know what I'm saying, in the physical. You know what I'm saying? That's your ministry. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't not necessarily mean you have to do something in the church, but at the same time, don't walk in needing to be validated. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you're doing. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. I hope that blessed you. I hope that you have a full understanding of what I was saying and what the Holy Spirit gave me. And I pray that you have a blessed week, and God continue to keep loving on you. And we're gonna continue to keep dropping it week after week after week, and until the Holy Spirit moves me into a different direction. 100. Love you.